Put it up there one time.
One good time.
You can put it on YouTube and put it on right there. Try to value that.
Okay, that's perfect right there, I guess. Yeah. Leave it right
That's
there.
good?
Yeah.
It's about to get hot if you cold. So shutting clothes on and putting them back.
As you see, alhamdulillah, we have here Cheikh Ahmed Bamba, the masters from the Mortar Tariqah.
Get the circle going.
And we have also Sheikh Ahmed Tijan, the masters of the Tijani Tariqah from Senegal, West Africa. This is our third gathering for Sufism. You headed out more, Ad? Oh man.
Please.
Right?
Safe travel.
Yeah. This is our third gathering for Sufism Know Thyself here in Money Under Mount Vernon. Peace to Heavy D. At the Know Thyself, Love Thyself bookstore, 5 East 2nd Street in Mount Vernon. Every Friday we have the circle starting around 8 o'clock. See, the battery is that we got to make sure to charge because the battery is dying.
Is that plugged in?
Yeah, I think it's plugged in. Hold up.
It's going.
I think it's right here.
Is it not plugged into the phone?
I think it's the phone.
Oh, the phone.
The phone's that, yeah. There we go.
Is it charging? Make sure it's charging though.
Yeah, now it's good. We're good.
Okay.
So, Sufism Know Thyself. Before we start, I want to ask, does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions about Sufism, Allah, knowledge of self? Yes.
Is this all the same stuff I was learning last time?
No. The last class you came to was an Arabic class.
So I think maybe if it's not too much trouble, but if it is, I can do this another time. Maybe just, give me like the beginner stuff.
Okay, the beginners. It's always good to start at the beginning. Sufism was once a practice without a name. Now Sufism is a name without a practice. This is the very beginning. Sufism was once a practice without a name, and now Sufism is a name without a practice. During the Prophet Muhammad's time, peace be upon him, there were Sufis. And the Sufis lived outside the Prophet Muhammad's mosque on what was called the bench of the Prophet's mosque. Now, bench in Arabic is called The bench in Arabic is called sofa. So the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had a group of ascetics that he taught Sufism to, and they lived outside the mosque. They didn't go anywhere. They lived outside the mosque on a big area like a porch called the sofa. And these were the first Sufis.
Makes sense.
And the word Sufi has many connotations. It comes from Safa, and we have the word sofa. You sit on the sofa in your house. It comes from the word Safa in Arabic, that means bench, something you sit on. And the word Sufi comes from that. Sufi also means Safa. Another meaning for Safa is pure, one who is pure. The word Sufi, if you say Suf in Arabic means wool. So a lot of the early Sufis were known to wear wool because wool was a sign of being against the materialistic society that was developing in Mecca after the Prophet ﷺ. The people in Mecca who were rich wore very nice, fine clothes. They were practicing Islam, and they started to have such a sign of arrogance that the Prophet Muhammad said, the clothes dragging on the ground are in the hellfire. Really saying the people who had the high egos, who had a lot of money, who had longer garbs, because of their egos and their long clothes, that was in the hellfire, not because they wore long garbs. The Sufis at that time said, we rebel against this materialism, so they started to wear clothes made of wool, whereas people were wearing clothes made of silk. So wool in Arabic is suf.
Suf.
Suf means wool in Arabic. Sufi, one who is wearing wool. Safa, one who is pure. Also, when you make salat, people line up in rows. The first row behind the leader of the salat, the first row behind the imam is called the safa, the first row. So the Sufis were the ones who were in the safa, the first row of the salat. And then the Sufis that traveled into Europe, we have the word Sophia. Sophia also comes from the word Sufi or Safa. Suf, Sophia means wisdom. And the root of the word Sophia is Sufi. So she said, let's go all the way back to the beginning. So we're taking it back to the beginning of the root of the word Sufi itself. The Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam taught Sufism. Clear as day. Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the highest Sufi to walk the planet Earth. The Prophet, peace be upon him, had 3 teachings. A lot of people don't know this. In the Holy Quran of Mecca, Allah says Islam is revealed in stages. Oh my goodness. If Islam is revealed in stages, what are the stages of Islam? This is Quran. Allah said Islam is revealed in stages. The first stage of Islam, the Prophet Muhammad taught it to everyone. The first stage of Islam is what we call Shariat. Shariat is Islamic law, the outer law. If you steal, we're cutting your hand off. Shariat. You molest a child, we're putting you to death. Shariat. And I know this sounds harsh, but I always tell people, the next person who molests a child, I'm going to just say it, they need to cut their head off in public. Make an example out of them. It sounds harsh, but all they got to do is kill one child molester. The next day, ain't nobody molesting no children. I mean, you got to make a sacrifice sometime. The next guy that touched somebody's daughter, put him on CBS News, chop his head off.
Yes.
Nobody's children getting molested. Did you see what they did at the time? Oh my God. He touched that little girl and cut his head off on national TV.
Man, you have only Asiatics over here.
There won't be no more child molestation the next day.
Leaving America.
You know what? Them child molesters have to leave and go join the Catholic Church in Rome. Okay.
Bring it back.
Okay. So, Prophet Muhammad taught the Sharia. You still cut your hand off. The second level is what we call Tariqat. The Prophet Muhammad taught Tariqat, which is the inner pathway. Allah told Prophet Muhammad, teach everyone the Sharia. And Allah instructed the Prophet Muhammad, only teach the Tariqat, or the Sufi path, to those who have the spiritual felicity to understand the inner concepts of Islam. So the Prophet Muhammad used to, now I studied the Seerah. Seerah is the history of the Prophet Muhammad's life, what he did. When you study the Prophet Muhammad's Seerah, when the Prophet used to teach Sufism, so the Prophet ﷺ would teach Sufism. He would go to one of his Sahaba's house. He'd go to one of his friend's house. The Muslims would go in there with the Prophet ﷺ. They would lock the door. And Prophet Muhammad would ask, are there any new Muslims here? If it was new Muslims there, he wouldn't teach Sufism.
What?
Yeah. Sufism is too deep for a new Muslim. You have to learn the basic Islam before you study the esoteric Islam. Sufism is like the 28th floor of a 28th floor building.
Gotcha.
The Shariat is the foundation of the building. If you don't have the basic Islam first, the foundation of your skyscraper will be weak. So you have to learn how to make salat. You have to learn how to fast in Ramadan. You have to learn how to make wudu. Matter of fact, our master Sheikh Ahmed Bamba, Sheikh Ahmed Bamba said, before you study Sufism, you should study fiqh, Islamic law.
Fiqh?
Fiqh.
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 F-I-C?
Yes, F-I-C-K. Fiqh is Islamic law.
Islam.
Aqidah is the correct belief system, the 6 beliefs, 6 articles of faith. And he said, you must study Tawheed. Tawheed is the science of the oneness of Allah. Before you study Sufism, Tawheed. Fiqh is Islamic law. Aqidah is the correct, and Tawheed is the science of the oneness of Allah. Now, when it comes to Tawheed, you have an inner and outer Tawheed. The outer Tawheed is the science of Allah is the only one worthy of worship. Everything has an exoteric, an outer form, and everything has an esoteric, an inner form. Somebody is asking the question, but I can't. Anyway, esoteric is outer form, esoteric is inner form. The exoteric Tawheed is God is, there's only one God. That's the outer reality. The inner reality is Allah is the only one that exists. So fiqh, aqidah, and tawheed. Then you can study Sufism. Cheikh Ahmed Bamba says, if you go into Sufism without studying the basic Islam, you will not reach realization. He said, Sufism is an ocean. And he said, the basic Islam is the boat. He said, if you do not get into the boat of the basic Islam, you will drown in the ocean of Sufism. First level, Prophet Muhammad taught everybody Sharia. The second level was the Sufi pathway, the Tariqat. Allah told the Prophet, teach everybody the Sharia. Allah told the Prophet, only teach a few people the Tariqat. The next level is Hakikat, and Allah told the Prophet, do not teach anyone the Hakikat. Hakikat is the truth of reality, which is meaning Allah is the only reality. Allah told the Prophet, if someone practices the Sharia, the Tariqat will open for them. Then he said, if you teach them the Tariqat, and they practice the Tariqat, I, Allah, will teach them the Hakikat directly through their heart. I, Allah, will be their teacher. And that's in the Holy Quran where Allah says, be conscious of Allah, and Allah will be your teacher. One of Allah's names is Al-Hadi. He's the guide. Al-Hadi, Allah is the guide to the straight path. So the foundation of Sufism was always there with the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam. Always. If you look at the Islamic universities such as in Timbuktu in Mali, Al-Azhar in Egypt, all of the early Sufi institutions, astaghfirullah, all of the early Islamic universities taught Sufism as a branch in the Islamic university. Sufism is like getting a PhD in Islam. Sufism is like having a PhD in Islam. If you study the Moorish Science Temple and what Noble Drew Ali is teaching, you will see that Noble Drew Ali says two things. He says, this is for the uniting of the Quran in Mecca with the Quran in Asia. Stop. This is for the uniting of the Quran in Mecca and the Quran of Asia. So he's giving you a hint that there are some things in the Quran of Mecca that can be of benefit to the Asiatics in the West. And the second thing that Noble Drew Ali says is this. He says, this is a divine national movement. This is a divine national movement. All of us Moors can turn you blue in the face with the nationality in the Black's Law Dictionary. Moors got the nationality part down. I tell people, I knew Morris in Philadelphia to go in the courtroom and put a lien on the judge and make the judge sit down and say Islam. Morris in Philly don't play. But do he know how to make a wudu or say Bismillah Rahman Rahim? Or does he know how to make salat?
Nope.
Which is most important, the spiritual.
The divine side.
That's right.
The divine side is very important. It's a divine national movement. We must have our nationality through the Moorish Science Temple if you're in the West. You must have the divine side, which will be the Sufi teachings that you could learn in the Sufi orders. Also, for people who study the Nation of Islam, Master Fard Muhammad was a Sufi and Noble Drew Ali was a Sufi. As soon as Master Fard Muhammad come and say that man is God, that's a Sufi concept.
Islam.
Islam. Nowhere in Islam do you hear someone saying that man and God are one, other than in the Sufi philosophy, the Sufi schools of thought. This is not something that's debatable. So here you have the essence of Sufism coming to the West in the form of Noble Drew Ali and Master Fard Muhammad teaching the Asiatics the way to find themselves and saying that the higher, you come and tell somebody the higher self is Allah? Come on, man, this ain't rocket science. If I tell you it's really small and it's white and you put it in water and boil it for about 20 minutes, you can eat it, it's rice. You ain't got to go on Google search or have no reading of trying to figure out what this little bitty thing is you put in the water and you're boiling to come out as rice. No, you don't need a reading for that. So we have the remnants of Sufism in the Moorish Science Temple, Nation of Islam, and definitely in the Nation of Gods and Earth. So this is the foundation of Sufism. The Sufi teachings that we practice come from many masters. You have the master Ibn al-Arabi, the master Baal Muhyiddin, the master Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani, the master Sheikh Ahmed Tijani, the master Sheikh Abu Hassan Sadli, the master Sheikh Nazim al-Haqqani, the Naqshbandi Sufi order. Our living master was Serene Salim Baki, the master Sheikh Ahmed Bamba, Qadim Rasul from Senegal, West Africa. All of the Sufi orders are beautiful. I never met a Sufi master, I never met a Sufi sheikh that was not beautiful. Every time I meet a Sufi sheikh, I fall in love with him immediately.
Or her.
Sheikha Fariha. I met Sheikha Fariha the first time. It was love at first sight. She's a Sufi master here in Manhattan. She has a zikr every Thursday. If you want to see intoxication, if you want to be intoxicated in the zikr, Sheikha Fariha be dunking backwards, like breaking the glass when she leaves the zikr. Man, I'm telling you. So I was there a couple months ago. She said, Sufi, I want you to lead a zikr here one day. I said, never. I'll never go down there and lead a zikr. Why am I going to lead a zikr? And she's ducking backwards with both hands. Never, ever would I'd be astaghfirullah, forgive me. I would never think to lead. It was nice of her to ask that, but I was like, Sheikha, I can never do that. You dunking on people with your zikr. Anybody have any other questions about Sufism, knowledge of self, Allah, Prophet Muhammad, or the basic Islam? Any questions?
You didn't say Marifat.
Marifat.
I'm sorry you said it wrong. Marifat. The fourth one you forgot to tell me.
What you know about Marifat?
You told me the other day. Sharia, Tariqa. I'm saying it wrong. Hakikat, and Marifat.
Well, these Asiatics be paying attention. In one class, she got one class and she already correcting the sheikh. She's bad, man. I'm telling you, she's bad. Like, not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good. That's Run DMC for people. So she said, Sheikh, you forgot Marifat. I didn't mention Marifat. She's correct. First level is Shariat. Second level, Tariqat. Third level, Hakikat. Fourth level, Hakikat says Allah is the only reality. Marifat is the fourth level, which is saying me and Allah are in essence one and the same. Hakikat says Allah is the only reality. And Marifat is saying my true self is that reality of Allah. So in the station of Hakikat, you only see God. The station deeper than that is you only see yourself as God. There's no mystery God in the sky. The Allah that we worship is transcendental and immanent at the same time. The two names in Arabic are Al-Zahir and Al-Batin. Allah is Al-Zahir, everything that's manifest. And Allah is Al-Batin, everything that is hidden. So the Sufis say to know Allah, you want to study four names. For Marifat, there's four names. Huwa al-Awalu wal-Akhiru wal-Zahiru wal-Batinu. I know I'm giving too much. Thank you. To get the Marifat, you can recite these four names. Huwa al-Awalu, Allah is the first.
Can you spell that?
Huwa al-Awalu wal-Akhiru wal-Zahiru wal-Batinu. 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 Huwa al-Awalu is Allah is the first. Huwa al-Akhiru, Allah is the last. Huwa al-Zahiru, Allah is everything that's manifest. Huwa al-Batinu, Allah is everything that's hidden. Awalu, Zahiru. Hold on, stop a little. Awalu, Akhiru, Zahiru, Batinu. These are the four names for Marifat that you can use for zikr to get to this level where you see Allah is the only reality. Anybody else have a question? I like questions.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Can you spell those names?
Yes.
Sorry.
Awal, A-W-A-L. These come from the 99 names of Allah. So write the names down first. Awal, A-W-A-L. You know, in the Bible it says Allah is the Alpha and Omega. Awal would be the Alpha in Arabic. Awal means Allah is the first. Awalu, the first. Akiru would be Omega. Akiru means the last.
Spell that?
I'd love to. A-K-I-R-U. Akiru. Oh, the Sufis say Allah is known through her opposites. Allah is known through her opposites. Imagine, how can Allah be the first and the last? Don't that sound like two opposites, right?
Yes.
Allah is the first and the last. Huwa al-Awalu, first, Akhiru, last. And Allah is al-Zahiru, Z-H-I-R. Zahir is everything that's manifest. Allah said he's al-Zahir. If Allah said he's everything that's manifest, what else are we looking at other than Allah? My master told me, if you see something and don't see Allah manifest through this entity, your understanding of the Allah is limited. Imagine that. If I see Brother Flying Gold and I don't see Allah manifesting through him, then my understanding of the oneness of Allah is limited. This is what the Sufi Master told me. Because Allah is Zahir. Allah is the manifest. But Allah is also Al-Batin, B-A-T-I-N, and there's a brother watching named Al-Batin. Al-Batin means the one who is hidden. So Allah is everything that's manifest, Al-Zahir, and Allah is everything that's hidden, Al-Batin, B-A-T-A-N. So how can Allah be everything we see, but Allah is everything we don't see? Don't that sound like opposites? So when you meditate on these names, you'll come to a place where you see that Allah is beyond all duality. Because the names are dual but Allah is non-dual. Akhiru and Awalu is dual, first and last. Zahiru and Batinu, inner and outer. But Allah can be found in between these two polar opposites. Imagine that. Islam. The way we draw close to this is La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah means Allah is the only reality. When you're chanting La ilaha illallah, you're actually going beyond what we call the duality. La ilaha illallah has 7 syllables. La ilaha illallah. The first 3, La ilah, coordinate to the lower self. The lower chakras. La ilah. The lower chakras, the lower nafs, it's the lower self. And Noble Drew Ali says the lower self will pass away. That's why La ilaha means nothing exists, because it passed away. Ha is the middle ground for the heart. The heart chakra is the Ha, and Ha is the meeting point for the lower self and the higher self, which is right in the heart. And Noble Drew Ali says again, the closest place to meet Allah
in the heart
is that Kennedy Fried Chicken. Because all the Muslims be working there selling that halal chicken. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Would you like 2 pieces of chicken or 3 pieces of chicken? Yeah, hey, alhamdulillah. Man, listen. Speaking of Kennedy Fried Chicken, I gave shahada to a heroin addict. What day was that?
That was 2 days ago.
2 days ago, I was in Kennedy Fried Chicken. Gave shahada to a heroin addict. Lady standing outside asked
for some food. Yeah.
For some food. He was there. He seen it. Lady said, "Can you buy me some food?" You know them heroin addicts. They be looking like if you push them, boom, they'll fall over. If I would have just touched the lady, boom, she would have fell over the concrete. Can you buy me some food? I don't want no money. I just want some food. Man, listen. Anytime you can buy somebody some food, do it. I don't care if they're smoking crack, cocaine, meth, weed, alcoholic. If you can buy somebody some food, buy it for them, because food is a necessity. Sheikh Ahmed Obama said the only thing greater than Islam is feeding people. Wait a minute. They asked Sheikh Ahmed Obama, is there anything greater than Islam? Sheikh Ahmed Obama said, yes, the only thing greater than Islam is feeding people. This is a prime example, because Sheikh Ahmed Obama said, if a person is hungry, they can't hear your Islam. That's right. If a person is hungry, don't try to tell them about the feds and nationality. You better give them some food, man. Nigga, can you buy me a sandwich? I just want to eat something. Like, brother, listen, I ain't got time to hear all that lie. I don't worry about no Muhammad, Quran. Nigga, I ain't ate in 2 days. Can you buy me some chicken? So, Sheikh Obama said feeding people is greater than Islam, because he said, yeah, literally, if you feed somebody, they might be able to hear your Islam. Prime example. So I told the lady, yes, come in the store, I'll buy you some food. She came in there, we got her some food, she went to sit down. And I looked over at the lady, I said, you're going to be Muslim. She said, huh? I said, yeah, you're going to be Muslim. She said, I know some Muslim friends. I got some Muslim friends. I got some Muslim friends. And in New York, Muslims be on dope. Assalamu alaikum 2 for 5. You see, the lady, she was from Arabia, out there smoking meth last Sunday. Talking about, she seen us, they was out there smoking meth. She seen me and the brother walked up, meth here and said, Assalamu alaikum. I was like, lady, how you know about that? She's like, I'm from Arabia. I'm Arabic. I'm Arab. She's so high she couldn't say I'm Arab. She said I'm Arabic. Well, damn, Arabic is a language. You ain't Arabic. You might be an Arab. They said I'm Arabic. Like alif ba ta tha jim ha ka. All right. Anyway, back to the story. I told the lady, you're gonna be Muslim. She said, huh? And I said, your name gonna be Fatima. She said, what? I said, yeah, one day you're gonna stop doing them drugs, you're gonna be Muslim. And I could see in her eyes that she was interested.
Yeah, she said, I know there's only one God.
She said, I know there's only one God. I said, oh, say this with me. I walked right up to her and said, say this. Say, Ashadu and, she said the Shahada. She said, Ashadu and, la ilaha illallah. She said, Ashadu and, Muhammadur, Rasulullah. She said, what that mean? She said, if you have me say it, it must be something good. I said, yeah, because if I'm saying it with you, it's something good. I said, it means there's only one God and Muhammad is a prophet. Guess what she said? She said, I believe that. High as shit. She said, I believe there's only one God. I believe there's only one God. She took her shahada. Lady walked in the store today. Y'all seen the video?
Yep.
Took her shahada today in the bookstore.
Yep.
So, where were we? Sufism. Sufism is the highest teaching on the planet Earth. People got all these philosophies, all these doctrines. You go somewhere, a guy give a lecture for 5 hours. What the hell is wrong with you? You can't figure out what you got to say in 5 hours. You talking too much. I don't want to hear nobody talk for no 5 hours, man. Listen, did you make a point yet? Listen, most of my videos on YouTube is 1 hour. I figure if I can't say what I got to say in an hour, I don't know what I'm talking about. The shortest distance between you and Allah is the name Allah. The shortest distance between you and Allah is the name Allah, 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 Allah. La ilaha illallah is not different from Allah. Let's go into some numerology. Allah is spelled alif, lam, lam, ha. There's only 3 Arabic letters to Allah. Alif, lam, and ha. Alif, lam, lam, ha spells Allah in Arabic. Allah in Arabic adds up to 66. You know, Sufis are masters of numbers. Allah in Arabic is 66. 6 plus 6 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. So the root of the root of Allah is 3, right? Alif, lam, lam, ha. The alif is 1. The 2 lambs are 30, 30. The ha is 5. You add up that, is 66. So Allah's name in Arabic add up to 66. Allah is alif, lam, ha, 3 letters. La ilaha illallah is spelled from 3 letters. You can spell la ilaha illallah with alif, lam, and ha. How can you write a whole sentence? If I had a piece of paper, I'll show you. Let me see the markers.
You got the markers when we on the book?
This one might work. These 3 letters. Alif, lam, ha. You put those 3 letters together, you spell Allah. Alif, lam, ha is Allah, right? Those same 3 letters is 66. 6 plus 2 is 12. 12 plus 2, 12 plus 1 is 3. The same letters make La, I, La, Ha, Il, Allah. La ilaha illallah adds up to 165. Uh-oh. La ilaha illallah is 165, right?
That's long.
I take the 1 and put it with the 5. I'm already back to 66 again. Boom. You see that?
Islam.
Islam is mathematics, mathematics, Islam. And don't lie. So how is, I take the 6 plus 6 again and get 12, add that together again and got 3. So Allah, the secret of La ilaha illallah is that it's a multiplication or a manifestation of the name Allah itself. And it's right in the numbers. because they all add up to 3. You can see it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what people don't know, the unity of all religions. How is it that this symbol right here, the Om, how is it?
That's a high frequency.
That's an Om from Sanskrit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Om. How did you know that Om was equal to Allah in Arabic? Can you see it?
I see the 3.
Mm-hmm.
If you take the Om from Sanskrit, turn it on the side, look at this.
It's 2 3s, huh?
Om. There go that part right there, right? Boom.
That's right.
See that?
Islam.
There go the Allah right there. Boom. That part. See it for me?
Wow.
Yeah.
You see it?
Mm-hmm. It's just tilted.
And then that the dot becomes that.
Nice.
You can see the Om and Allah is the same when you write it on paper. This is the unity of all esoteric traditions. I just wanted to show that. Any questions or comments before we start the chanting?
I got a question more.
I love questions.
I wanted to know how it's a 2-part question. Is how is Muslim law the same as Muslim law? The what's the name? Hick?
Sharia?
Sharia.
The Hick.
The fiqh.
The fiqh.
Yeah.
And if that like derived from the Sharia before it became Islam.
This is a very good question. The Muslim law and the Muslim law is actually the same law. It's just a pronunciation over time. M-U-S-L-I-M and M-O-S-L-E-M is the same word. You have up north they say potato. Out California they say patata. It's potato patata.
Tomato.
Yeah, tomato. Muslim the same word. So this Sharia is very important because I'm gonna share a vision with y'all. I've been studying so many different traditions: Hinduism, Buddhism, Kemetic philosophy, Taoism, all these traditions. People overlook the importance of having laws. The Sharia is a law to give you good conduct, to make you a viable person in society. Don't break. I mean, 10 Commandments, everybody know they stole that from the 42 negative confessions of Ma'at in ancient Egypt. You look at the 10 Commandments, you look at the 42 negative confessions from Kemet, it's the same thing, just they regurgitated it and gave them 10. You must have laws to govern your society and govern your life. So the Sharia is the Islamic law, and a lot of us, myself, be honest, I wasn't always practicing no Sharia. When I first came to the Sufi order, only thing I wanted to do was zikr. Allah, 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 Allah. Makes a lot, sometimes. Allah, Allah. But my zikr, Allah, 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 Allah. I do zikr till I'm blue in the face. I didn't start making my salat 5 times a day till I was Muslim about 10 years. I took my Shahada, I can almost tell you, I took my Shahada in 1996. I didn't start making salat 5 times a day, every day in 2002. 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2000. I was in Islam 6 years before I started praying 5 times a day. Why? In America, you ain't got no time, man. In America, if you pray 1 time a day, you're a mystic. Brothers got Bluetooths in their ears, got iPods, got cell phones, got Crackbook, got Instagram, got YouTube. How you gonna stop and pray 5 times a day with all those distractions? This is the Matrix. The Matrix is designed to captivate your mind and keep you away from Allah. Man, I asked one of my sheikhs from Africa, I asked a sheikh from Senegal. This was 1998, 99. When I asked a sheikh from Sheikh Ahmed Obama's family, Sheikh Mustafa Mbaki used to come to Indianapolis, Indiana. He translates Sindhi to English for all of us. I asked Sheikh Mustafa Mbaki one day, I said, Sheikh, will Allah ever give me time? I asked the Sheikh, will the world ever give me time to worship God? The Sheikh said, no, the dunya is designed to take you away from Allah. I said, well, will I ever be able to make time to worship Allah? The Sheikh said, no. He said, you have to steal time. You have to steal time to worship Allah. Like all this technology, all these web pages, all this, I'm worshiping Allah. So when I moved to Senegal in 2002, I had all this free time. I said, you know what? I'm free. Let me try this. I'm going to pray 5 times a day and see what happens.
That's free.
I was free now. Man, I started making 5 salats a day. It was addictive. Until if I made the 4 salats, y'all gonna think it's funny. Sometimes I was supposed to make the Isha salat, the 5th salat at night. Sometimes when I was in Senegal, I would go, I said, I'm too tired, I ain't gonna pray. I would go to sleep.
Wake up.
No, I would have a dream. In a dream, I'd see myself make a salat. And I said, I better wake up and do that prayer. The 5 salat is so mystical. If you ever could do it in the West, people always say, I'm looking for the most mystical thing, man. Guy told me the other day, he said, I told him I was a Sufi, practice Sufism. Guy gonna say, oh man, you a Sufi? He said, yeah, I know about Sufism. I said, oh yeah. He said, yeah, I was with this group, Sons of the Green Light. Yeah, he said, okay, I'm gonna give you a Sufi secret. I said, okay. He said, brother, what you gotta do is, you gotta stand on your head every day for about 10 minutes.
What?
Yeah. You stand on your head every day for 10 minutes, you go deep into Sufi teaching. Everybody ain't got this teaching. I was like, oh, brother, you deep. The hell? I was like, oh, brother, thank you, man. That's deep, man. I was standing on my head for 10 minutes. He said, look at me. Look how healthy I am, man. Stand on your head for 10 minutes is going to help you a lot, man. I said, will it? He said, oh, try it and see. I said, okay, I'm going to try it, man. I'm going to practice that. People always looking for something extra. How is standing on your head going to help you get? I like, maybe he's from New York. Maybe he was with the Breakers or something. Maybe he used to be a break dancer. Maybe he was windmilling or something on his head. And then after he got older, he figured, I ain't going to break dance no more. I'm going to just stand on my head and be spiritual. Niggas be looking for something deep, man.
Right.
All you got to do is pray 5 times a day. It's the deepest thing you can do. Standing on you. He was serious, too.
Brother Sufi, there's a sheikh in Baltimore who said one time, he said, master the 5 daily salats and everything else will fall in order.
Master the 5 daily salats and everything else will fall in order.
And that was Yahya Kaysan, Rockman, the boxer, his father.
I believe it because my friends who are martial artists, one of my friends is a Wing Chun teacher, Wing Chun master. The Wing Chun master told me, a master is a master of the basics. A master is a master of the basics. You go to that Kung Fu school, he might tell you do 1,000 punches. Ha! Ha!
Right.
Ha! You came to learn. You want to learn all that crazy stuff? The master say, no, one punch, 1,000 times. You're like, hi. You the punch look basic, right?
Yeah.
Then he did you seen the wax on, wax off, Karate Kid. All he was doing was waxing on, waxing off. He was like, I ain't learning no kung fu. I'm doing what came down to the fight. He was doing all this blocking everything. A master to master the basics. That's why Cheikh Obama says, learn the basic Islam first before you go into Sufism. The same concept.
And you can always make up your prayers you missed throughout the day.
You can also
when you get home, you can. Allah is most merciful. You can make them up.
That's what I did earlier too. I didn't do mine last night, and I made it up earlier.
And let me tell you this.
It's long.
Let's go into the esoteric side of Salat. For one, the earth is a magnet.
Bing.
Yes.
Mother Earth is a magnet. Everybody always talking about Kundalini, balancing the chakras, right? Every time you put your forehead on Allah's earth, the magnetic current is going through your pineal gland, through your chakra system to the crown chakra, the base of the spine. Is putting all your chakras in alignment from the magnetic current in the earth, traveling through your third eye every time you say Allahu Akbar. It's balancing your chakras from the energy of the earth through the third eye. The universe has a certain rhythm. The 9 planets, everything is in rhythm. The sun is the most powerful entity in the universe. The Salat on time puts you in tune with the natural rhythms of the rising and setting of the sun and the moon. Because the Salat times is based on the movement of the sun. So when you start, Prophet Muhammad said, alayhi salam, the thing most loved by Allah is the Salat on time. The thing most loved by Allah is the prayer, the Salat on time. I tell people, let me ask y'all this question. We in Mount Vernon, right? If I say, I'm going to drive all the way to Brooklyn without stopping at no stoplights, you think I'll make it to Brooklyn from here?
No.
You probably have a little problem.
Maybe a block or two.
I would just get in the car. I'm going to drive from Mount Vernon to Brooklyn. I ain't going to stop at no stoplights. You're going to
hit somebody,
get in an accident.
Accident, facts. Police.
Stopping 5 times a day is like stopping at the stoplight of your life. When you stop and pray, stuff that was supposed to happen to you is going to pass you by. If you don't stop and remember Allah, you're going to have some accident. Somebody driving from Mount Vernon to Brooklyn. The prayer prevents negative things from happening to you. Because bad stuff only happens because of bad karma. Let me say this again. This is a concept people need to get.
Also, Brother Sue,
Yeah.
Allah said He wouldn't be concerned with you if it wasn't for your prayer.
That's right.
That's in the Quran. So
Remember Allah, remember
prayer,
you.
Allah can't nothing for you.
Hold on to the rope of Allah. Some people say the rope of Allah is the Salat. Some people say the rope of Allah is the Holy Quran. Some people say the rope of Allah is your zikr beads. Some people say the rope of Allah is your sheikh or your teacher. Quran says, hold on to the rope of Allah. There's many interpretations of this rope of Allah. So, Salat is a rope of Allah. So, when you stop and pray, it cleans all of your sin. I said, bad things only happen to you because of bad karma. Negative things only happen to you because of negative karma. There is no God in the sky making bad things happen to you. Stop blaming shit on God. Excuse. Oh, God made me get sick. Oh, God made me lose my job. Nah, nigga, you was late 5 times. You gonna get fired. God got me. Oh man, you was eating all that bad food. You got sick. You think God? No. Allah says in the Holy Quran, the good is from me, and the bad is from your own hands. The bad is from you. God ain't did nothing bad to nobody. This is a law of karma. You did something negative came back to you. It didn't come from Allah, it came from you. Allah said in the Quran, the good is from me and the bad is from your own hands. So, Allah, through the Prophet Muhammad said, look at how the first salat is before sunrise. The second salat is 1 o'clock. Now, Prophet Muhammad says this. He asked his companions, and I'm going to ask you, in layman's term, if you took a shower 5 times a day, would your outside be clean?
Yes.
Yes.
Imagine a fanatical person. What they call those people is germaphobe. I'm going to take a shower before sunrise. I'm going to take a shower on my lunch break. I'm going to take another shower before sunset. Ooh, it's getting dark outside. I'm going to take me another shower. Then before I go to sleep, I'm going to take me another shower. What if you had a friend who took 5 showers a day?
Felix Unger.
Yeah, they're going to need some of this shea butter. They're going to need some shea butter. Brother, shit be dry. Ankles be dry and crusty. Imagine. Prophet Muhammad said, as his companions, told them, if there was a river outside of your house and you took a bath in that river 5 times a day, would you not be clean? They said, oh yes, Prophet Muhammad, we will be clean. He said the salat 5 times a day cleans your inside and your soul just like a river will clean your outside. So the Islamic teaching said this. Prophet Muhammad said, you pray in the morning, boom. You pray at 1 o'clock. How can I explain this? How can I move the crowd? First of all, ain't no mistakes allowed. The morning prayer to the first prayer, 1 o'clock, there's a time frame, right?
Islam.
When you pray, Allah forgive you and clean that slot of everything you did. 1 o'clock, before sunrise, 5 or 6 hours. When you stop and pray at 1 o'clock, Allah clean that slate. Everything you did is copacetic, clean. 1 o'clock to before sunset, there's another time slot. Basically, every time you pray, Allah is forgiving you for anything negative, thoughts, words, or actions between the prayers. So this is a secret because when the prayer is made, it's cleaning your negative deeds. If your negative deeds are clean, nothing negative is going to happen to you. That's how the salat prevents bad things from happening.
Cheikh, can you speak on the vibrations of the zikrs?
Yes. The vibration of the zikr. I told a group of Sufis in Virginia, zikr is quicker than liquor. Zikr is quicker than liquor. The vibrations of the zikr is very important because Allah, the supreme being of the universe, allegorically speaking, is like a 1,000-watt light bulb. Allah, the supreme being of the universe, is like a 1,000-watt light bulb. Energy, current, pure spirit, pure energy, pure God. The human being can conduct, let's say, 100 currents, like a 100-watt light bulb. The human being is a 100-watt light bulb, and let's say Allah is a 1,000-watt light bulb. And in order to be able to handle or be a conduit for that 1,000 watts of God current energy, you have to rise your vibration up to that. Every zikr you do is turning up your vibration. Every zikr you do is speeding up the atoms and the rotation of the atoms inside the very cells of your body. Just like something goes from ice, water to steam. How does ice become water? How does water become steam? How does man become God? By increasing the vibratory rate of the anatomic structure through reciting words of power that are vibrating at a higher frequency than anything on the physical plane. This La ilaha illallah, the name Allah, is vibrating at a higher frequency than the other words on the physical plane. Allah is vibrating at the current of, let's say, 1,000 watts. You're vibrating at the current of 100 watts. The more you call the names of power that are vibrating at the rate of Allah, it's slowly raising your current up to be 1,000 watts. And what is so beautiful is that the Prophet Muhammad said, peace be upon him, there's 70,000 veils between man and God. Somebody said the Cheikh on YouTube dropping gems. Man, look, that's what the Cheikh does. The Cheikh means shake you up, don't it? You shake the shit out of you so you become clean.
Wow.
Stop it off. I need to stop cursing, man. I need to stop it. I'm not gonna say another curse word, damn it. No. I'm good. Mom Jar, forgive me. A sister in our Sufi order named Mom Jar, she's like my counselor. She always gives me good advice. We have to represent Sheikh Ahmed Obama in the purest form. So Prophet Muhammad says he came to perfect the character of mankind. The perfection of character is Sufism. Sufism is the perfection of character. Sufism is the perfection of character. In Arabic, it's called adab. Adab means good character. Prophet Muhammad said, I came to perfect the character of mankind. It said in Sufism, whoever has better character than you has better Sufi practices than you. So a Sufi is one who is seeking to perfect his or her character. You perfect your character by doing the spiritual practices. Could be fasting, doing the zikr, reading Quran, cooking food, feeding the homeless, raising the vibration through reciting the names that have a higher vibration. We spoke of ice becoming water, becoming steam. Ice, the molecules are vibrating very slow. You add some heat to the ice, it speeds up the molecular rate of the atoms in the ice, it will melt and become water. You speed up the water by boiling. You put more fire and more heat to the water, it speed up the atoms of the water, it'll turn to steam. So it looks like there's three different entities, ice, water, and steam, but the only thing that changed was the vibratory rate of the molecular structure of the ice. So between man and God is a different vibratory rate, and that vibratory rate can be changed by the alchemical practices of zikr and reciting the names of Allah. So literally you're changing yourselves into beings of light by calling on the names of Allah through doing the zikr. Literally, scientifically. Some would say it was Moorish. This is why we do the practices and the chanting. What I was getting to is the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, there are 70,000 veils of light between man and Allah. Stop right there. What kind of veils are they? Veils of what?
Light.
How can you travel through a veil of light? If the veils, now one thing I like about this is that the veils between man and God are not nothing physical. The prophet said the veil is light. So if the veil is light, how can you travel through the veils to get to Allah who is light? I won't give you the answer, but I want to sound.
Raise your vibration.
Raise your vibration.
Become light.
Become light.
Nur Allah Nur.
Nur Allah Nur. Light upon light. If Allah is light and the veils are light, and every la ilaha illallah, every word Allahu Hayyu Qayyum, Allahu Rahman Rahim Hayyu Qayyum, Allahu Hahi, all of these words are words of light. Imagine if you could drink a cup of light, not Bud Light. Some of y'all in New York, man. As soon as we cut the video off, man, listen, the Cheikh was good. La ilaha illallah. They be in the bar getting a drink saying la ilaha illallah. Man, I know y'all Sufis. Man, I know y'all Sufis, man. Imagine if you could drink a can of light and somebody in here said, Bud Light? No. Stop a lot. Light. Every zikr you say is like drinking light. You are literally Imagine if somebody said, "I'll give you a gallon of light." Would you? Yeah, if I could just take some. Every time you say la 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 la. If Allah is light and you're reciting His name, then you're actually reciting a sound. The sound current is light. E equals MC squared.
Boom.
Einstein put the highest Sufi wisdom inside of a formula called E equals MC squared. E is energy, which is God, Allah. E equals what? M, matter. C, the sound of light, the speed of light squared. What he's saying is that if you take the matter, everything physical, remember we talked about raising your vibration, energy, Allah, God, equals matter times the speed of light. If you take anything that is matter, speed up the atoms rotating to the speed of light, to the second power, all of this physical stuff will turn back into energy. Everything we see is nothing but the slowed down vibratory rate of energy. And Noble Drew Ali tried to tell us that in the Circle 7. He said, the soul plane ain't nothing but the spirit plane vibrating a little bit more. Then he said, the physical plane ain't nothing but the soul plane vibrating a little bit slower. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some zikr in it. The man just told you everything was... Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some zikr in it. He just told you the biggest secret in the universe. Each plane is a vibratory rate of the plane above it going slower.
So if it goes higher, then you could transfer over. You could cross the veil.
Like
you could travel through the veils by increasing your vibratory rate, increasing your energy through using the zikrs. La ilaha illallah is not from the physical plane.
Can I share a story about La ilaha?
Please share a story from La ilaha.
I was walking my dogs today.
Walking the dogs.
Through Bronx Park. And my hands were freezing. But I know once I do a complete lap from the beginning of my building and then go through the park, hit Boston Road and come back, I already did over 300 zikrs. And I knew when I hit 300 because my hands instantly warmed up. I instantly got warm. I started off cold. I thought I was throwing this little, you know, varsity jacket because it's wool, but my hands weren't covered. And I had the dogs. And I was like, I'm freezing. My hands were cold. And once I knew I got to my 313 because my hands immediately got warm. Yeah. I didn't stop. I kept going until I got
the zikr was making the kundalini energy circulate through your body. You was walking in the cold. When you got to the 300 zikr, that's like the ice heating up and becoming water. You felt the energy in your hands. Man,
that's the first time that I actually realized it. I'm not gonna say, it hasn't happened, but that's the first time I actually realized it. Today. And I've been doing zikrs for I think 2 months now.
This is why in the Holy Quran Allah says Zikr Allahu Akbar. Allah says Zikr Allahu Akbar, which means the remembrance of Allah is the greatest. The greatest practice a Sufi can do is zikr. People say, Cheikh, how did you get what you got from Allah? They say, Cheikh, how did you get to be a Sheikh? Sheikh, how did you get this maqam? How did you get this station? If I could sum up all the Sufi teachings that I have, if I could sum up all of my years spent in Africa with the masters, the summary of every Sufi teaching that I know is in one sentence. Keep the beads moving. Keep the beads moving. Keep the beads moving! Man, listen. If I could, I'd say la ilaha illallah while I was taking a shit on the toilet. I want to say la ilaha illallah. I know that's haram.
Yeah, I was doing that earlier
in the bathroom. You can't say la ilaha illallah in the bathroom. But just to make a point, when you ride the bus, say la ilaha illallah. When you on the train, say la ilaha illallah. When you talking on the phone, say la ilaha illallah. People that meet me, they can't understand how am I having a conversation and the beats are still moving. I'll be zikkering in between the words that I say. Keep the beats moving I done said this 1,000 times, I'll say it again. If you fall asleep with the beads, wake up with the beads. Man, listen. This is the greatest tool.
Yes, it is.
This is a weapon of mass destruction. This right here, I don't need no weapon except this. This is a weapon of mass destruction and a weapon of mass construction.
Okay.
I'm constructing a crystalline being of light inside of myself. Just from this. Why do I say weapon of mass destruction? Because this can destroy the lower self. It can destroy the Old Billah, the enemies of the path can be destroyed by this. That's why Cheikh Obama even said, the greatest things that my disciples can do is zikr in abundance. Oh my goodness. Why would the Cheikh say that? There's nothing greater my disciples can do than zikr in abundance. I always tell people, become consistent in the practice of this zikr. Where I am in my life now, where Allah has taken me in my journey, I am 100% certain that I'm going to reach the highest station of Allah before I leave the body. I'm going to reach the highest station of Allah before I leave the body. I don't have a choice no more. It's like a guy who left New York in his car. He driving to California. He got all the way to Mexico, or he got all the way to Arizona. He's so close to California, it's impossible for him to go back to New York. Right. Only thing he got to do is keep going, he's going to be in California. That's how my life is. I tell people, I'm not good at nothing. The only thing I'm good at is praying and teaching. I don't know about nothing else. I know for a fact I can zikr and I can pray, and I know for a fact I can teach Islam. I don't know if I'm good at nothing else, but I know I can pray and zikr, and I know I can teach some people about Allah and Islam. That's all I'm good at. The master of the path must become a master of words of power. I'm almost spoon-feeding my disciples, giving them some practices that if they practice it, it's going to open up their soul to where they'll want more. Anybody that I gave a zikr to, if you did that zikr for 40 days consistently, you will experience something inside of yourself that you didn't get nowhere else reading nobody's book or studying no philosophy. Once you taste the zikr, you're done.
That's it.
Turn him over, he's done. Once you do the zikr, it's cleaning your heart. Once your heart gets clean, the light of Allah will begin to shine on your face. Your visions and dreams will start to change just from doing the zikr. One sheikh said, Cheikh Deagle said this. He said, Byfall Sheikh said, give the people the zikr. He said, he said the sheikh doesn't have to work on the people. He told me, give the people the zikr, and the zikr will work on the people if they practice it. That's right. This path is about saving yourself, doing something for yourself. What can you do? You can practice it. In the Sufi order, there's no such thing as a big I and little you. The Sufi says this, do what the sheikh did and you'll get what the sheikh got. Ooh. Wait a minute. It's a science. If somebody in Mexico can mix hydrogen and oxygen and get water, somebody in Senegal can mix hydrogen and oxygen and get water, somebody in Russia can mix hydrogen and oxygen and get water, the practices are alchemical and scientifical, and it's not based on your belief. If you practice the zikr, it's going to change you. My sheikh told me, my teacher, Abdullah Farmi, my teacher told me, he said, signing up to do zikr, like taking a zikr, yeah, I ask people, can you do this zikr? Yeah. This Abdullah Farmi is a Sufi master beyond your comprehension. My master, one of my teachers, my teacher, Sheikh Abdullah Farmi, is so great. I used to talk to this man till he was blue in the face. I used to ask him questions for hours at a time. We might start talking at 11 o'clock at night. We finish talking at 6, 7 in the morning, and I'm asking him questions. I never asked this man a question he ain't had the answer to. He told me, when somebody does regular practice of this, they're guaranteed to become a saint, a wali, a friend of God. He said, doing the zikr, he said, doing the zikr is like signing a contract to become a master. He said, constant zikr is like signing a contract to become a friend of Allah, because the zikr is changing your consciousness. I'm actually reprogramming my thinking to the thought forms of Allah. Wait a minute, hold on. Did he just say he's reprogramming his neurological, cerebral functions to that of God? Every zikr you do, scientifically, when the cells are created, the cells are stamped with the thought you're having at the instant they are created.
Oh.
The cells are receptacles of thought forms. You watching Jerry Springer for an hour, all the cells created in your body is stamped with that garbage from Jerry Springer. You sit and do zikr for 10 minutes, all the cells that was created in your body while you're doing zikr are stamped with the consciousness of Allah. So over time, you can scientifically, literally change the anatomical structure of the cells in your body to all the cells in your body have the consciousness of Allah, because you did the zikr while the cells are being created over a 10 to 20, 15-year period. Now every cell in your body has this consciousness of Allah. What's the chances on somebody getting sick and the cells in their body got Allah stamped on them? What's the chances of somebody having a car accident and the cells of the body of the driver got Allah consciousness? What's the chance? Nigga, I'm going New York City on a train with $100 in my pocket. Ain't nobody ever reaching in my pocket. It's impossible. You can't. I'm sorry. I did too many stickers today. Just very intoxicated. Very, extremely. I told the brother the other day, I said, man, I feel like I smoked some weed. I was so high from my zikr. I felt like I'd done something illegal, man, just from doing the zikr. I literally felt like I had some loud, isn't that what they call it? Some loud, like somebody in Mount Vernon broke me off with a piece. I met a Rastafari and he rolled me a blunt. I swear to God on my mama's grave, this zikr be making me feel like I'm high. That's why Allah say I'm the most high. Whoever did the most zikr will be the most high, because Allah is Al-Ali, Allah is the most high. You can't be higher than the Sufi mystic who's been doing zikr all day. For man, the greatest thing that happened, they let me work in a store. And I'm in this store for 8 hours a day doing zikr for 8 hours.
Oh wow!
Are you kidding me? Why you tell a Sufi he can work in a bookstore and I can do this all day? Man, I'm about to be God. You better watch it. You better watch it, man. We are raising our vibration. through the practices of zikr. Anybody have another question or can? Nothing? Yeah, I love. Anybody have another question or comment? Yes.
When you're talking about karma, somebody said that we're reincarnated and that our karma sometimes comes from past lives. Is that true? What does Islam say about that?
Now,
Good question.
the Muslims and Islam will say there's no such thing as reincarnation. But if you ask a Buddhist or a Hindu, they will say reincarnation is real. Now, I'm a Muslim, but I side with the Buddhists. Why?
She's so cute.
The Dalai Lama? It's the same Dalai Lama from thousands of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The Buddhists got a system. When the Dalai Lama, this is how you know reincarnation is real. I'm sorry, Mr. Muslim. It's bigger than Islam.
Oh,
Allah is bigger than your religion. It's a lady in Mississippi eating pork, praying to a blue-eyed Jesus on a cross that never existed, and God is answering her prayers. You can't tell me them Christians in Mississippi, Allah ain't answering their prayers. Is it? Am I lying? It's a lady in Mississippi eating pork chops, praying to Jesus, and God is answering her prayer. It gotta be. It's a man in India praying to a statue with 4 arms, and God's answering her prayer. His prayer. It's a man in China praying to a statue with a fat stomach, and God's answering his prayers too. So God gotta be bigger than your religion. It ain't about nobody's religion. It's about, do you love God? I'm sorry, Mr. Muslim, you don't want to. But in the Holy Quran, Islam is the only religion that has religious tolerance. Allah said in the Quran, if the Jewish person practice what I gave them, they'll go to heaven. If a Christian practice what I gave them, they'll go to heaven. If a Muslim practice what I gave them, they'll go to heaven. And God said it's up to me, Allah, to be the judge. This is pure. God is bigger than your religion. But why do I say reincarnation is true? Because of the Buddhist philosophy. When the Dalai Lama dies, you can watch a documentary on it. When the Dalai Lama dies, they go find him. When the Dalai Lama dies, the Tibetan Buddhists got a seer. That seer will go into a trance. They'll play them trumpets. They'll bang them cymbals. Ting, ting, ting. That seer will go into a trance. He's in a village. He's up by the mountains. It's a lake. It's a family. He got 3 brothers and a sister. Go find them. He come out the trance. About 20 Buddhist monks. They'll take the Dalai Lama's glasses. They'll take his prayer beads. They'll take Dalai Lama's books and some other objects that don't belong to the Dalai Lama. They'll go up in the village where the seer said he was at, and they'll gather a group of little boys. Real talk. Boys be like 3 to 5 years old. They trying to figure out who the Dalai Lama is. They'll put the Dalai Lama stuff in a line with the no, these is babies with the babies. Some of the stuff will be the Dalai Lama, some of the stuff won't. You can see it. The baby will crawl and touch the stuff that belongs to him.
Wow.
And when he do that, they say, okay, he's the Dalai Lama. It's the same person he back. Now, if somebody die and they can go find him, then reincarnation is real. You can't fake that. Them Tibetan Buddhists been doing that for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Somebody say something. What is it? I'm Muslim for 2 years now, and it's still that not. Oh, I didn't see that. I missed it. So, basically, I'm saying, I don't want to give too many esoteric teachings, but a lot of people are old souls. This is not your first incarnation. I'll go on record and say it. In my last life, I lived in a Buddhist temple, in a monastery, and I made some mistakes close to the end of my life that I had to come back to earth again and reincarnate, and I have to get it right this line. I have to get it right this time. I don't want to come back here with no damn McDonald's and a devil president. Who want to come back to planet Earth again? I have to get it right. I don't want to come back down here. This is the lowest plane of existence, but it's also the highest plane for God realization. Because you have prophets like Jesus, prophets like Solomon, prophets like Moses, prophets like Noah, prophets like Muhammad. They're all prophets like Buddha, Confucius, Krishna from India. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama. Krishna in India is like Jesus in America. So the good thing about the human birth is that the human birth is your only possibility to become God. Without the human birth, there's no God realization. A bird doesn't become God. A fish doesn't become God. And I tell people this. Who created us? God, Allah, right? We came from God. The natural order in the universe is that every creature evolves back into the creature or the being that it came from. An oak seed becomes an oak tree. A minnow becomes a fish. A kitten becomes a cat. A puppy becomes a dog. If you look at nature, everything evolves back into that which it came from, right? The human beings, we came from God. So our natural evolution is to become God. This is in nature. You see that in everything else in nature except the human being. So if everything else in nature becomes its creator, then the natural order of man is to become God. But we need a system. Why would Jesus say in the Bible, you can do everything I did and greater things? Hold up, man. Jesus was walking on water, had a virgin birth. Jesus raised the dead, healed the sick. He gonna say you can do everything that I did and greater? That means only way you can do that is if you got the potential of God in you. And in the Bible it says you are God's children of the Most High. So the Sufi path is find a teacher that has a certain level of God realization. Once you find a teacher, all you have to do is practice the teachings and you'll get it. If you want to learn Shaolin, why do I say you have to find a teacher? Because listen, you can go to Borders bookstore, find a book on Shaolin sword style Kung Fu. You got the book from Shaolin Monastery, all the positions, everything on how to do the Shaolin sword style. Okay, I got the book. Now, you go to Chinatown, buy the Shaolin sword, authentic sword from China. Shaolin sword, I got the book, the sword, turn to page 4, damn! Cut your hand off on accident. Because you're reading the book trying to do the sword style. Oh, shit! Drop the book. Oh, my God, blood everywhere. Now, if it's that dangerous with Kung Fu and martial arts, what makes you think you're going to become God without a teacher that's already God? It's very dangerous. Because there's unseen beings. There's more in the unseen world than in the seen. Allah says in the Quran, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Dalikal Kitab la Rayba Fihi Hudal Muntakin Alladhina Yu'minun Bil Ghaib. This is the book in which there is no doubt for those who believe in the unseen. We believe in the unseen. You don't see the wind, but it make the trees move. You don't see the gas, but you smell it when she fart. There's some unseen things. I'm just trying to make it clear. There's some things that you don't see that are real. So we have these beings called angels. There's these beings called jinns. Beings in the unseen world, not all of them is nice. You got some mean people and some happy people. You got some beings in the unseen world that's malevolent, that's mean. You got some beings in the unseen world that's benevolent. Like, I'm good. She could have been. I'm good. But Harriet Tubman said, nope. I'm going to go back down there, risk my life, and free some more people. And one thing she said, I could have freed more people if they knew they were slaves. Harriet Tubman said, I could have freed more people if they knew they were slaves. The teacher can help more people if they knew that they were already dead. If you don't have God in your life, you already dead. I'm sorry. If you ain't doing... Listen. Most of the people in planet Earth ain't nothing but animals walking around on two legs. We're looking at animals.
Yeah.
If you're not worshiping God, you're an animal. Literally, you're an animal on two legs. Animals eat, animals shit, animals have sex, animals have family, ants have jobs, worker animals, animals in a beehive have jobs. What's the difference between you and a dog? A dog will go in heat and then come out of heat. A human being will go into heat and never come out of it. So you're worse than a dog. A dog only has sex a certain time of the year, right? The average nigga gets some, and then now he's in the heat for the rest of his life. He don't know how to control it. He's worse than a dog. So you have to have some form of worship in your life to be a human being. A human being is that one who worships God. If not, you're an animal dressing like a human being. Man, make it plain. The Nation of Islam say make it plain. We're trying to make it plain today. Listen.
Vibrate very low.
I said enough. I done cursed at least 10 times. No more cursing, damn it. Listen. God forgive me. My mama don't like me talking like that, but Lauren Hill said, sometimes I say motherfucker so the ignorant people can hear me.
Right.
Did she say that? Sometimes you gotta say something so the people... I shouldn't say that. Allah forgive me. I'm not gonna say MF again. But remember, if you're not worshiping God, you're not a human being. Try to find some way to put God in your life. I don't care if you're a Christian, a Buddhist, a Muslim, a Hindu, or a Jew. You must worship Allah. Allah says in the Holy Quran, the reason I created the human beings was so that they would worship me and know me. The reason for your creation is to worship God. I done talk too much. We need to do some zikr. I don't like to talk that much.
Oh, check. There was one more thing, right?
Okay.
Oh yeah. It was one thing you didn't complete.
Okay.
Which was, you said La ilaha was the lower self.
Yes.
Ha was
the heart. And Il Allah is the higher chakras.
Islam.
La ilaha il Allah. 7 chakras. La ilaha il Allah. 7 syllables, 7 chakras. In the book of Revelation, it's referred to as the 7 candles and the 7 seals and the 7 churches. Those 7 churches is right along your spine, and they're called chakras in some systems. It's the 7 candles and the 7 seals are inside of your body. And when you do the chanting, it's La ilaha illallah, 7 syllables going up the spine, boom, opening the crown chakra. Just from reciting the words. In the beginning, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Do you know in ancient Egypt, they had a pyramid. Inside the pyramid was what we call the mystery school. Everybody in Kemet was not in the mystery school. People think that all them people in Kemet was high beings. No, some of them was not realized beings. You had to go into the pyramids to take initiation to join the mystery school. Now, when you take a Sufi order, it's called taking hand with the Cheikh. In the Egyptian mystery school, the Hierophant will give you the strong grip of the lion's paw and raise you up from a dead level to a living perpendicular on the square. Now, the Masons took that and put that right in their teachings. But that came straight from the lion's paw grip of the Hierophant in the mystery schools in ancient Egypt, he give you that grip like that. I better not do it on camera, them damn Masons. I hope all y'all burn in hell. Keeping them secrets from your family. You got them secrets. You can tell your family, your wife, and your kids, but you don't. A Mason will have the Holy Quran in his house and won't teach his children.
Yeah, they took an oath not to teach you.
Yeah. Masons have the Holy Quran in their house and won't tell their children. Mason to be a minister in the church. Go to meet with his people. He get up in the shrine. Did you ever look at a Shriner's building? You ever see a Shriner wearing a fez?
No. Well, yeah, on YouTube.
Shriners, they wear
making
fezes.
a mockery of us.
The symbol of the shrine is a star and a crescent with a sword. The secret password of the Shriner is Assalamu Alaikum. One time I went to a Shriners convention. I was a little hard-hitted dude, 5% piece of the gods on earth, Nation of Islam. Find out about we went to a Shriner Shriners convention. I walked up to this old white man with a fez on. I said, Assalamu alaikum. He said, son, you speaking my language. I said, oh my God.
Wow.
I told the man, Assalamu alaikum. He said, son, you speaking my language. I'm like, I'm speaking your language? He said, we have our meetings. We open the meeting with the Holy. I said, oh my God. Why are they opening their meetings with the Holy Quran, but they don't give it to their family? That's why I say I hope they burn in hell.
But all of them don't know. It's only the ones who finished their last degree.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
You're right.
Take that
We ain't
oath.
keeping no secrets.
Yeah.
We let everything know. No
Facts.
No secrets.
Any zikr circles in the area? I don't know where you are, but we just. Somebody asked me, is there any zikr circles in the area? You have a question, sir?
Well, just listening to you, I was always wondering why my father was in the Mason. He was a Mason. He never talked to me about it ever. No one spoke to me about it. And as I got older, you hear different things, and after speaking to other Masons, friends of mine who are close to me that are Masons, and then some people say, well, maybe your father didn't want you to get into it because of the things that they do, what they really are about. So I guess there's certain things they did hide from the family because of the evil. You know what? Me, I believe in what I see.
Yeah, okay.
What I see is what I believe. It's always he say, she say, or hearsay.
Yeah.
And the most important thing about us as human beings is that it is hard for us to be honest with ourselves. We are the hardest person to be honest with. It's yourself. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know something ain't right, and you'll still find and
you know something ain't right.
I own a beauty salon, so I'm around women and I sit and I listen to them talk, and I am the alpha male in there. And there's times they want me there because they want a man's point of view. But I ask them, can you handle constructive criticism? And are you ready for the truth? Because I'm gonna give it to you raw how it is.
Yeah.
And it is. It's hard. And then when you do hear the truth, you want to justify. Like the truth is the truth. You can't justify it. BS is BS. You can't justify BS because it's BS. You understand? So don't try to justify it. Either you accept it or you don't. And we have one of the most important things in life, which is called choices. We all have a choice.
Yeah.
We all have a choice. And it's up to you whatever choice you make. And that choice could be a learning choice, and it could be an ending choice. Some of us are not fortunate to make a choice and live through it or make it through it. Some of them make a choice that just can end you right then and there, Just like I know that there's a God. I know that there's a God because I was in a situation where I had to pray about it, but these police thought I was somebody they thought I was someone that they were supposed to catch. But when they found out that I wasn't the person, they handcuffed me, put drugs in my pocket.
Oh.
Until you get charged.
Yes, and was going to give me 25 years to life.
Wow.
When my father and my mom and dad came to get me, they told my father, my bail was $150,000. They charged me with possession of crack, 20 bottles, and sale to an undercover cop, to a cop I never saw. Never had 20 bottles of any drugs in my pocket in New York. In Brewster, New York. So when my parents came to get me, my father came in the room and he said to me, okay, well, this is the deal. in order for me to bail you out, they want possession of my houses and possession of my bank books. You know what I told my father? As bad as I wanted to get out of there, I said, Daddy, you know what? Leave me here. Before I let them take everything that you worked hard for, leave me here. And I make my amends with God.
I mean.
And I got on my knees and I prayed and I said, Father, you know my heart. You know I'm not a bad person. But if you give me one more chance,
that's a testimony.
You'll never have to ever worry about me thinking. And yes, I did. I thought about it. Because there's times, you know, I worked right there for 10 years, Westchester Fabrics, from 1978 to 1987. But I wasn't getting what I wanted fast enough. So my punishment was called not being patient. Not being patient. Not being patient. I wanted it now. I wanted it.
Yeah.
I wanted it all in a lump sum. But God said to me, said, yo, he said, like you said, he said, come here, little nigga, let me show you something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you on a journey. God took me to hell and brought me back.
I believe it. I believe it.
And he said, if you think I put you here to do this, this is where I will put you. I said, Father, you let me out of here. You ain't never ever got to worry about me thinking about doing anything wrong. And when he did let me out, when they found the person they were looking for, what they did was they said, okay, they took me in this room and said, this is what we're gonna do for you. We're gonna give you time saved because I stayed in there a month and a half. And an 8 felony. And I'm gonna show you how powerful God is, because man can say no all day long, but when God say yes, it happens.
It's right. It's okay.
Because he got the final say.
Yes.
So they said what we're gonna do for you is we're gonna give you an 8 felony and time served. So I had no other choice. But if you want to take the trial, you can take a trial. But if you blow trial, we're gonna give you 25 life. Mind you, they had their own judge, their own jury, and everything else. I wasn't standing on no legs. You know, so I did. At that time, I lost that job because they said I couldn't work there no more. As of this very day, I had got on my knees because I was hustling 3-4 jobs to make ends meet. And I said, Lord, I just need one job to knock all these other jobs. And at my age, because I'm 60. So at my age, I need a job where I got benefits. We all know you save your money all day and get sick one time, that money gone. Doctor bills, whatever. And God blessed me with a job, a good job. If I work for the county, I'm a supervisor. You know, I've been there for 16 years. And here I am today. And God said that you have to tell your story about the journey that I took you from. Because if I could save people from going through what I did, because mind you, like I said, I was fortunate to come out. Some go in there and don't make it out.
Yeah, that's a beautiful testimony.
You understand what I'm saying? And I tell people knowledge is real. You don't have to be Muslim. You don't have to be any of the things that you said. All you gotta do is open your eyes and open your ears and ask questions. Because if you don't understand, you gotta ask. If you don't ask, you're not gonna know. And like you said, everybody can have a paper and a degree, say teaching, but it takes a special person from God to be a teacher. A teacher is someone that you can, if they speak, you understand what they're saying. You don't sit here like, okay, what did he say? You understand. Like the rap, like the music of today. In our days, music, we understood every word they said. Today, to understand what they're saying, I got to call my grandkids and say, yo, what's he saying? What did they say?
What do you mean by that?
You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing like what we went through. And I know that there's a God, Allah.
I mean,
you understand what I'm saying? And I've never to a point where I'm filled, because we're sponges. God is water. So when he spills, we need to soak it up. And there will never come a day that your sponge is going to get that filled that you can wring it. Never. Because if you ever think it is, you keep waiting. Just keep waiting, because you're going to drown in it before you realize that, oh my God, I'll never get to a point where I have all the knowledge. Never. And knowledge is so powerful. I wish that I could have the ammunition that you have. Because you come to the devil on the streets, and when he say what he say, I never want to say nothing that I don't understand, that I cannot show and prove you. When I say something, I want to know what I'm saying. I want to be able to back it up. And I ask her, I want the ammunition so that I can fight that fight, because we are soldiers. So we are soldiers, and we're supposed to teach our own and not lie to them and tell them the truth, even if it hurt. Let them to hurt now and be strong later, because we told the truth.
I mean,
then they will respect and love you more and say, you know what? I wasn't receptive of what you said earlier, but I understand now. And I appreciate you for what you did. You know, and that's how we gotta be that. We are that dirt, that earth, we are the seed, and if we don't jump in there and let God's water sprinkle on us so that we can grow and help ours grow, we in trouble. We are.
That's facts.
I didn't mean to come in.
No,
God brought me here.
Yeah.
I see. I love this man right here. This is my young big brother because I am older than him.
Okay,
But he's my bigger brother.
Yeah, my young big brother.
Take your
Yeah.
shoes off. Come on.
You understand what I'm
Everybody's
saying?
watching like, who the hell's that talking? Estonia, know his voice.
Right.
I love you more, brother.
It's beautiful to have people give a testimony. The testimonies help you increase your faith in God and belief in God. See, somebody said.
How you doing?
At first,
And I've asked God to put me in a position where I can help people and change people's lives.
Okay.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That I
Yeah.
can change people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
And he has put me in a position.
Uh-huh.
I could hire kids. I hire all the kids. When we have our job fair, I don't have to know the kid, but if it says from Mount Vernon, I'd rather hire him so that he could be in my circle so that I could teach him than to be out in the streets.
That's
Because the
right.
streets will eat you. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? So I hire them. I can talk to them and like we have conversations and I say to them, they're so caught up in the hype about material things.
Yeah.
Like sneakers. So we were having a conversation and I said, how many sneakers you got? He said, man, I got like 50 pairs of sneakers. I said, how many sneakers you got? He said, shoot, man, I got like 100 pair. I said, okay, what kind of car do you have? None. But you bought all these sneakers, and if you think these sneakers cost about 200 and change a sneaker pair of sneakers, you could have bought plenty of cars.
Yeah.
You know, or how much money you have saved up. And so I'm trying to teach them. It's more. My father taught me. He taught me about what's necessary and necessity. He taught me about saving for rainy days. We need to know about rainy days because it's going to come.
It's going to come.
That trial, that word they call trial and tribulation,
Yeah.
you're going to go through it. Everybody's going to go through it. When? You don't know. How? You don't know. But you have to be ready to weather the storm. Some of us do, and some of us don't.
You got to be ready for it. You got to be ready for it.
It's the truth.
This is Brother Sufi. This is Brother Stoney.
Brother Stoney?
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
But I have to shake the left hand with you.
Uh-huh.
You know why? When you mean something with someone, you give them your left hand.
Okay.
Because your heart is on the left side.
That's
Oh,
right.
snap. Boy, you never know who you're talking to. From the heart
is
to
on the
heart.
left side, yes, sir.
Anybody have a question before we do some chanting? Because I know we done already talked over an hour. Any other questions? Okay, so we're going to start the chanting. And I'm sure that most people who have been in the circle before know the chorus is La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. Now for the brother, La ilaha illallah means God is the only reality. It means God is the only one that we worship. So you know what we're saying. And this is a poems, Mahiwa Nafi, written by Cheikh Ahmed Bamba, our spiritual master from Senegal, West Africa. Everybody ready? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La ilaha illallah, 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 La ilaha illallah. Who is Ilahi? Ya Nuru ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, bismil ilahi, and uluhahi, ilamani, walentihai, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, bismil ilahi, yenuluhai, bilamanai, walentihai, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, Allah, la ilaha illallah, hamdan li rabbi, kirimu rabbi, qadra ma qalbi, milik tidai, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, Allah, la ilaha illallah, lahu syukuri bila kufuri wa nasiri minhu fidai, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, ahukti rabbi bila kirabi, lahu kitabi ma'atidai, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha Allah, la karidai, la katanai, la kautijai, ma'asidai, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, ya men shafani, ya men hamani, ya men japani, bimahwidai, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, asbil suturi, asnuri, katiku yuri, bila kidai, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha shake it up, ya man ajaba, man istajaba, habli ijaba, bizanidai, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, Allah, la ilaha shake it up, ya Dhal Jamali, ya Dhal Jalali, ya Khaira Wali, Safiluhai, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, ya dha wuhudi, ya dha wujudi, kuli bijudi, bilantihai, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, Safi Musu ila gusuli litu bisuli kamiridai la ilaha illallah la ilaha illallah la ilaha illallah la ilaha illallah habli tilawa ma'al halawa habli diraya wadal adai la ilaha illallah la ilaha illallah la ilaha illallah Allah la ilaha illallah aslata hali bilati hali bidi iyali bila bukai la ilaha illallah la ilaha illallah Allah la ilaha Cheikh Iqbal Matabi Mahdi Janabi Wasun Ma'abi Dawil Zakai La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah Kinil Garura Wamhu Gurura Habli Nusura Ma'atikai La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah Kulli nawala Kunni kamala Ya man ta'ala And shurakai La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha Zeta hudaya Kuta hadaya Libi ridaya Dunastikai La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah Allah La ilaha Cheikh Iqbal Ya Khaira Mugni Agnabi Mani Alayhi Uthni Ila Galai La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah Allah La ilaha illallah Laka shukuri Inda nuyuri Ya dhal kusuri Ila jalai La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah Allah La ilaha illallah Ya man kasani Ya man sakani Ya man hamani Anil kalai La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah Ya Zal Jalali Ya Muta'ali Ya Khaira Wali Ajib du'ai La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah Ya Zal Jalali Ya Muta'ali Ya Khaira Wali Ajib du'ai La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah Allah La ilaha illallah Madal Kabiru Wal Kabir
illallah.
Who? La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Allah. Illallah. Hiba urabi kili wahibi ma'al muhabi tafasti hai.
La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha
illallah. La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah.
Turn it
La
up.
ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah.
ilaha illallah.
La 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 ilaha illallah.
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 illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
Ilaha 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 illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
Ilaha
Allahu la ilaha illallahu 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 la ilaha illallah ilaha illallah la 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 ilaha illallah Allahu la Allahu la Allahu la Allahu la Allahu la Allahu la ilaha illallah la Allahu la Allahu la Allahu la ilaha illallah la Allahu 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 la ilaha illallah la ilaha illallah la ilaha illallah la ilaha
illallah,
La ilaha
illallah,
La ilaha
illallah,
La ilaha
illallah,
La ilaha illallah La ilaha
illallah,
La ilaha
illallah,
La ilaha
illallah,
La ilaha
illallah,
illallahu 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 Allahu illallahu 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 Allahu 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 illallahu 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 Allahu la ilaha illahu al-hayyul qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm lahu ma fi samawati wa ma fil ard man dhal ladhi yashfa'u indahu illa bi'idhnihi ya'lamu ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. Take a deep breath. Rabbi Jalala. Mafi Kalbi Gairullah. Nurul Muhammad Sallallahu. La ilaha illallah. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. Mafi Kalbi Gairullah. Nurul Muhammad Sallallahu. La ilaha illallah. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. Ma fi kalbi Gairullah. Nurul Muhammad Sallallahu. La ilaha illallah. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. Ma fi kalbi Gairullah. Nurul Muhammad Sallallahu. La ilaha illallah. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. 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 Mafi Kalbi Gairullah. 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 Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. Mafi Kalbi Gairullah. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. Mafi Kalbi Gairullah. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. Mafi Kalbi Gairullah. Nurul Muhammad Sallallahu. 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 Nuru 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 Muhammad sallallahu. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. Ma fi qalbi ghayrullah. Nuru Muhammad sallallahu. La ilaha illallah. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. Ma fi qalbi ghayrullah. Nuru Muhammad sallallahu. La ilaha illallah. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. Ma fi qalbi ghayrullah. Nuru Muhammad sallallahu. Who hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. Ma fi qalbi ghayrullah. Nuru Muhammad sallallahu. La ilaha illallah. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. Ma fi qalbi Nuru Muhammad sallallahu. Now let me explain what it means.
Yeah.
It's good to know what you're saying when.
It's beautiful.
Mashallah. This is a beautiful chant. This chant is recited by Sufi orders all over the world. But the meaning of it, Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, means my Lord is enough for me. Jallallah, he's so beautiful and magnificent. Jallallah is a praise of God in Arabic that is so profound. Some scholars say it can't even be translated to English. Jallallah is like Hasbi Rabbi. My Lord is enough for me. Jallallah, he's so magnificent and glorious. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. My Lord God Allah is enough. I don't need nothing but God. Jallallah, he's so beautiful, magnificent, and glorious. Mafi Kalbi Gairullah means Mafi in me, Kalbi in my heart, Gairullah, there's nothing but God. Now, Mafi Kalbi Gairullah, there's nothing but God. Kalbi is heart. Gairul, but Allah. There's nothing but God, Allah in my heart. Now, what would your life be like if only God was in your heart?
Magnificent.
Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. My Lord is enough for me. Jallallah, he's so beautiful and magnificent. Hasbi Rabbi.
And it's so easy to say when you understand what you say.
Yeah, that's why I said, let me give the meaning. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. You hear Muslims say, Allahu Jallallahu. Jallallahu is like, oh my God. Jalal means majesty. Like the king has the king majesty, majestic. Jallallah, Allah is the majesty, he's majestic. Mafi Kalbo Gaitullah. There's nothing in my heart other than God. Nuru Muhammad. Nur means light. Muhammad. Sallallahu. May the prayers of God be upon the light of Muhammad. Wait. Did I just say Nuru Muhammad Sallallahu? Upon the light of Muhammad be peace. Anytime you send peace upon the light of Muhammad, I say it every week, I'll say it again. You're actually praying for yourself. Because Prophet Muhammad is a light, a being of light. So we say Nur, Muhammad, peace be upon the light of Muhammad. Light reflects light. So when you pray for the light, that prayer comes back and blesses you. Nur Muhammad Sallallahu, when you say peace be upon the light of Muhammad, it's almost like saying peace be upon the light of Muslima. Peace be upon the light of royalty. Peace be upon the light of flying gold. Peace be upon this beautiful couple. I hope they stay together forever. Should I say that in public? but I do. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, Mafi Kalbi Gatallah, Nur Muhammad Sallallahu. Then you're ending it with La ilaha illallah. God is the only reality. There's nothing worthy of worship but Allah. So we'll try it again, and then we'll go to the ending is La ilaha illallah. We'll be doing La ilaha. As it gets shorter. It starts out with 4, then the 3, then 2, then 1 chant at the end. Okay? Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
And welcome. I'm glad you made it. You came from how far?
I came from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Where Biggie Smalls at?
I'm in the house. I gotta let my wife. I was telling her I was on my way to let her in.
Oh, well,
oh, man.
Get out of here, man! We
Oh,
don't
man!
Get out, man! Get!
Wow.
Go! Immediately! Let me stand up and greet you. We love you, man. We in here every Friday doing this.
How's she doing?
Anytime you can. What's your name again?
Stony.
Stony.
Yes.
All right, brother Stony.
Knowledge is knowledge.
Oh,
Power.
get out of here right now.
With all the
Videos?
yeah.
Hold on, piece of blessing to your wife.
Like a
brother.
lot
will.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we took a break because, boy,
So Miss Casa said hi.
I will.
if the wife is what I know, if the wife is happy, the family is happy.
You know they say a happy wife makes a happy
Happy wife, that's it. Happy wife, happy life. Watch tonight.
She gonna see you on YouTube.
Okay.
Oh, she'll know you was somewhere praying, so that's a good thing.
Amen.
Where was you at? You was at? Nah, I went out.
If I told her I was a big brother, she's like,
Okay, that's what's up.
love you guys.
Peace, brother, peace.
So we're gonna do this. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, Mafi Kalbi Gatallah, Nur Muhammad Sallallahu. Sayyidi Allah. You hear the horn honking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, Mafi Kalbi Gatallah, Nur Muhammad Sallallahu. La ilaha illallah, Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, Mafi Kalbi Gatallah, Nur Muhammad Sallallahu. La ilaha illallah, Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, Mafi Kalbi Gatallah, Nur Muhammad Sallallahu. La ilaha illallah, Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, Mafi Kalbi Gatallah, Nur Muhammad Sallallahu. La ilaha illallah, Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, Mafi Kalbi Gatallah, Nur Muhammad Sallallahu. La ilaha illallah, Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, Mafi Kalbi Gatallah, Nur Muhammad Sallallahu. La ilaha illallah, Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, Mafi Kalbi Gatallah, Nur Muhammad Sallallahu. La ilaha illallah, Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, Mafi Kalbi Gatallah, Nur Muhammad Sallallahu. La ilaha illallah, Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, Mafi Kalbi Gatallah, Nur Muhammad Sallallahu. La ilaha illallah, Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, Mafi Kalbi Gatallah, Nur Muhammad Sallallahu. La ilaha illallah, 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 Nur Muhammad Sallallahu. La
ilaha
illallah. Nur Muhammad sallallahu. La ilaha
illallah.
Nur Muhammad sallallahu. La ilaha illallah. Nur Muhammad sallallahu.
La ilaha
Illallah. Nur Muhammad sallallahu. La ilaha
illallah.
Nur Muhammad sallallahu. La ilaha illallah. Nur Muhammad sallallahu. La ilaha illallah. Nur Muhammad sallallahu. La ilaha illallah. Nur Muhammad sallallahu.
La ilaha
illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha
illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha
illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha
illallah. La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah. La ilaha
illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah. La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah.
La ilaha
illallah. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله ما يشركون. هو الله الخالق البريء المصور. Lahul asmaul husna yusabbihu lahu ma fi samawati wal ard wa huwal azizul hakim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lima uglika wal Khatimi lima sabaka Nasirul Haqi bil Haqi wal Hadi ila siratika mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wal miqdarihi al-azim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lima uglika wal Khatimi lima sabaka Nasirul Haqi bil Haqi wal Hadi ila siratika mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wal miqdarihi al-azim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lima uglika wal Khatimi lima sabaka Nasirul Haqi bil Haqi wal Hadi ila siratika mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wal miqdarihi al-azim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lima uglika wal Khatimi lima sabaka Nasirul Haqi bil Haqi wal Hadi ila siratika mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wal miqdarihi al-azim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lima uglika wal Khatimi lima sabaka Nasirul Haqi bil Haqi wal Hadi ila siratika mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wal miqdarihi al-azim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi wal Khatimi lima sabaka Nasirul Haqi bil Haqi wal Hadi ila siratika mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wal miqdarihi al-azim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lima uglika wal Khatimi lima sabaka Nasirul Haqi bil Haqi wal Hadi ila siratika mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wal miqdarihi al-azim. Slow down. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lima uglika wal Khatimi lima sabaka Nasirul Haqi bil Haqi wal Hadi ila siratika mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wal miqdarihi al-azim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lima uglika wal Khatimi lima sabaka Nasirul Haqi bil Haqi wal Hadi ila siratika mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wal miqdarihi al-azim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lima uglika wal Khatimi lima sabaka Nasirul Haqi bil Haqi wal Hadi ila siratil mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wal miqdarihi al-azim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lima uglika wal Khatimi lima sabaka
Nasirul Haqi wal Hadi ila siratil mustaqim wa alihi
Okay, let's practice.
I'm sorry. I got another whole tune in my head, so it's hard for me to.
Oh, you got your own tune for that one?
Yeah, because
okay, let's
just
hear your
started
tune.
doing it. I wasn't here, so it's like I'm still lost trying to get it.
Okay, let's hear what you
The
got.
way you got
Let
it
me hear you
here,
try.
it sounds different when you singing it.
Huh? Oh yeah, because we're singing it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna
Yeah.
That's the way I broke it down.
Hold on, Sister Laura. Let's hear.
Now I lost it because I'm gonna get nervous. I can't do it. Oh boy.
Don't be scared.
Alright.
Okay, let's do it together. Okay, say it after me. Allahumma
Allahumma
salli ala
salli ala
Sayyidina
Sayyidina
Muhammad
Muhammad
al-Fatihi
al-Fatihi
lima
lima
uglika
uglika
al-Fatihi
Al-Fatihi.
lima
Lima.
uglika
Uglika.
Allahumma
Allahumma
salli ala
salli ala
Sayyidina
Sayyidina
Muhammad
Muhammad.
al-Fatihi
al-Fatihi
lima
lima
uglika
uglika
al-Fatihi
al-Fatihi
lima
lima
uglika
Uglika.
Wakatimi
Wakatimi.
lima
Lima.
sabaka
Sabaka.
Wakatimi
wakatimi
lima
lima
sabaka
Sabaka.
Allahumma
Allahumma
salli ala
salli ala
Sayyidina
Sayyidina
Muhammad
Muhammad.
al-Fatihi
Al-Fatihi.
lima
lima
uglika
Uglika.
Wakatimi
wakatimi
lima
lima
sabaka
Sabaka.
Nasi
Nasi.
Rilhaki
Rilhaki.
Bilhaki
Bilhaki.
Nasi
Nasi.
Rilhaki
bilhaki
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 Nasi
nasi
Rilhaki
bilhaki
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 Allahumma
Allahumma
salli ala
salli ala
Sayyidina
Sayyidina
Muhammad
Muhammad
al-Fatihi
al-Fatihi
lima
lima
uglika
uglika wakatimi
Wakatimi
Wakatimi.
lima
lima
sabaka
Sabaka.
Nasi
nasi
Rilhaki
bilhaki
Bilhaki
Bilhaki.
Nasi
nasi
Siratikal
Siratikal.
Mustaqim
mustaqim
wa ala
wa ala
alihi
alihi
haka
haka
kadrihi
kadrihi
walmik
walmik
dari
dari
hil azim
hilati
wa ala alihi
Alihi.
haka
Haka.
kadrihi
kadrihi
walmik
Walmik.
dari
Dari.
hil
Hil.
azim
Adim.
wa ala alihi
Wa ala alihi.
haka kadrihi
Haka kadrihi.
walmikdari
Walmikdari.
hil azim
Hil adim.
wa ala alihi
Wa ala alihi.
haka kadrihi
Haka kadrihi.
walmikdari
Walmikdari.
hil azim.
Hil adim.
Okay, Sister Royalty, you try it.
Let me see.
The whole thing?
Nah, nigga. Stop it. I ain't going back and forth with you, nigga. I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you. Stop for a lot. I need counsel. Yes, please.
Okay.
Goddess. Oh, hold on. Go ahead.
You
Go
got
ahead.
it? You
No.
got your melody?
Okay. Allahumma salli Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi ma'uglika wakati mili nasa baka nasi bilhaki wa hadi nasiratika mustaqim wa ala alihi haka kadrihi wa miqdarihi correcting.
Keep going. Again. One more.
I like that.
Allahumma salli Sayyidina
Salli Allah.
Muhammad
Allahumma salli Allah. Say
Allahumma salli
Allah.
Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi ma'uglika wa katimili nasa baka wasiwa Nasiril Haki Bil Haki wa Hadi ila sirati ka mustaqim wa ala alihi haka kadrihi wa miqdarihi latim.
Yeah,
Allahumma
that's
salli.
nice.
That's the Aretha
That's
Franklin
nice,
version.
right?
Man, that's the Asiatic melanin version.
Nice, right?
That's the get out of jail free version.
That's nice.
That is
That's
beautiful.
nice.
That's because I wasn't here, so I had to just
Okay, and the good part is there's no wrong way to recite this prayer.
My granddaughter singing it.
Is acceptable. Every rhythm is good. Okay, let's go around the room. Try it one time, Sister Royalty.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it.
However you want.
Okay. Allahumma salli. Allahumma salli. Oh man, I like the melody you had. Allahumma salli ala sadina Muhammad. Al-Fatihi lima ulika. Wakati mi li masabaka. Nasir al-Haki bil Haki wahadi. Ila sirati kamustaqim. Wa ala alahi hakadrihi wa miqdari hati.
Amen. Muslim.
Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin al-Fatihi lima uklika wal-Katimi lima sabaka Nasira haki bil haki wal-Hadi ila siratika al-Mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadarihi wa miqdarihi al-azim.
Very good. What are you from, Medina? All right. You already got that memorized. Man, them T-Jannies is too beautiful. Flying goal.
Allahumma salihi ala Sayyidina Muhammad.
You sound good.
Al-Fatihi lima uglika wakatimi lima sabaka nasir real haki bil haki wal hadi ila siratikal mustaqim wala alihi haka kadrihi wal miqdari hilatin.
Man, if you could see your forehead, it looked like the atoms are split. Like you put so much effort in there. It's so beautiful.
Yeah,
man, it's like, woo. You probably went through all 70,000 bells of light with the one time. Brother Moon L, you want to try it?
Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lama uglaka wakatami lima sabaka nasir haki belaki wal hadi ila sarati kamustaqim wa ala alahi haka karihi wa miqdari ilatim.
That's good. Very good. Very good. Chantilly?
Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi li ma'ulika wa wakati li ma sabaka nasiru haki wa haki wa hadi la sirati ka mustaqim wala alihi haka kadrihi wa miqdari hilatin.
Amen. Master Kwa Muhammad.
Allahu Masali Allah Sayyidina Muhammad Al-Fatihi Lima Uglika wa Katimi Masabaka Nasiril Haki Bil Haki wa Hadi La Sira Tika Mustaqim wa ala Alahi Haka Kadrihi wa Miqdarahi Atim.
This, my friend, we're going to practice this Salatul Fatih. until everybody has it memorized. I wrote a talisman for protection. I sell the talisman online for $70. Protects you from, in New York, we need protection.
Yeah.
I sell it online for $70. But Sister Laura, did I charge you for the talisman?
No,
How did you get it?
as I memorized it.
I told the people the week before.
Anybody
Anybody who memorized this, anybody who memorized this Salat al-Fati, can you hand me the talisman that's behind the oil? You know which one I'm talking
I'm
about?
almost there. I have to with the melody.
Yeah, that's me too.
I'm almost there. And I only started today, to be honest. But
Wow.
I got it.
You see it behind the oils? No, it's right there.
So we see this somebody in the wild goose chase.
Looks like on the first. Yeah, that's it. Remember we wrote that for
Every
Sean?
week. Right. It's behind the oils.
I got some more under there. This is the talisman.
Wow.
This is the talisman that. This talisman is protection. It has this. It's a lot on here. I don't know if I should tell the whole secret, but get your hand on my pocket. This is a secret for Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Cheikh Ahmadou Bamba used to use Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim to fight his enemies. This talisman will fight your enemies. With this talisman, nobody ever gonna run up on you. Nobody ever gonna rob you. Nobody gonna pull out no guns. You never get shot or stabbed. If you see right here, it's a magic square. You see the square in the middle? That's what you call a magic square. You see the magic square?
Yes.
There's more than 1,000 types of magic squares. There's more than 1,000 types of magic squares. This magic square, what you think it's for?
Protection.
The heart.
What's this talisman for?
Protection.
And what prayer is it using?
Bismillah.
This magic square is a seal for Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. With this magic square and the formula for Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim in it, it protects you from jinns, it protects you from shaitan, it will protect you from magic, it protect you from poison, protect you from burning and fire. You got it in your house to protect, nobody ain't gonna break in your house. It's protection from evil eye. It has the names of Allah on it to bring you wealth and prosperity. It's a protection from sickness. And it has the Reiki symbols on it for the attraction of what you're seeking to manifest and the repulsion of what you don't want to manifest. Because I'm a Reiki master too. I will give one secret. When the prophet Jesus, peace be upon him, was born, his mother recited these words. Can you say this? Ka, ha, ya, ain, sod. Ka, ha, ya, ain, sod. Ka, ha, ya, ain, sod. These are 5 mystical letters in the Quran. Kaf, ha, ya, ain, sod. When Jesus was born, peace be upon him, his mother Mary recited the Kaf, ha, ya, ain, sod to protect the baby when he was born. So if his mother recited it to protect the baby, And we got the Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad on the talisman. What you think is on there for? For protection. Here it go right here. Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad at the top. Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad. If you can see that, that's Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad. It got the names Ya Hayu Ya Qayyum on the talisman. That's enough. Anyway, anyone who memorized this, Salat al-Fatih, the talisman is free. I give it to you as your gift. Okay?
Me too.
Anyone.
You should already have it memorized. You got it memorized?
Of course.
Okay.
I wouldn't hesitate.
Say it.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والكاتم لما سبق نصر الحق بالحق والهدي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم.
Right hand. See, people don't. We working with Sheikh Ahmed Bamba, the Mortar Tariqa, and we are working with Sheikh Ahmed Tijansi and the Tijani Tariqa. And Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani, the Qadiriya Tariqa, and Sheikh Abu Hassan Shadli, and the Shadliya Tariqa. And Sheikh Ahmed Bamba's Tariqa, ooh, and I like it. No. Listen to this. Sheikh Ahmed Bamba, when he went into exile in Mauritania, all the main masters of all the Tariqa came to Sheikh Ahmed Bamba to see him in exile. Sheikh Ahmed Bamba said, Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani came to me when I was in Gabon. Did I say Mauritania or Gabon?
Mauritania.
I made a mistake. This happened when he was in Gabon. When Sheikh Ahmed Bamba was in Gabon, he was visited by all the main Kutubs, the Sufi orders. Sheikh Ahmed Bamba said Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani came to him in Gabon and gave him the secret of the Qadiriya Tariqa and asked him to keep the secret of the Qadiriya. Sheikh Ahmed Bamba said that Sheikh Ahmed Tijani, may Allah be pleased with him, may Allah be pleased with Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani, Sheikh Ahmed Tijani came to Sheikh Ahmed Bamba when he was in Gabon and asked him to keep the secret of the Tijani Tariqa. Sheikh Ahmed Bamba said when he was in Gabon, Sheikh Abu Hassan Shadli, the founder of the Shadliya Tariqa, came to him and asked him to keep the secret of the Shadliya Tariqa. Three main Tariqas. Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani is the founder of the Qadiriya Tariqa. Sheikh Ahmed Bamba is keeping his secret. Sheikh Ahmed Tijani, the founder of the Tijani Tariqa, came to Sheikh Ahmed Bamba. Sheikh Ahmed Bamba is keeping the secret of the Tijani Tariqa. Sheikh Abu Hassan Shadli, the founder of the Shadliya Tariqa, came to Sheikh Ahmed Bamba. Sheikh Ahmed Bamba is keeping the secret of the Shadliya Tariqa. Because I am with Sheikh Ahmed Bamba, when I lived in Senegal, Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani came to me, I saw him. Sheikh Ahmed Tijani came to me and talked to me, I saw Sheikh Ahmed Tijani. Sheikh Abu Hassan Shadli, he came to me, I saw him. The founders of those three Tariqah that came to Sheikh Ahmed Bamba, on my mama's grave, on the lives of both of my daughters, they came to see me. Nigga, what? I seen him. This ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now I slam a gin, make sure his neck is broke. All I'm trying to say is, I ain't no average dude, man.
Okay.
I ain't no. Stuck for love.
No joke.
How somebody that grew up eating bacon, eating pork chops, going to church, get visited by the founders of 3 Sufi masters, of 3 Sufi orders? How does this happen? Cheikh Ahmed Tijani came to me. He said, why don't you come see the Tijani Tariqah? Yeah. Cheikh Ahmed Tijani came to me and asked me, why don't you come see the Tijani Tariqah? He said that because I had took my bayat with Sheikh Hassan Sise and I was doing the Tijani weird. May Allah be pleased with Bai Nash, Sheikh Ibrahim Nash, Sheikh Hassan Sise, all the Tijanis are very beautiful. But what I know is Sheikh Ahmad Bamba is keeping the secret of these tariqah. So if you're with Sheikh Ahmad Bamba and you practice any weird from any tariqah, you'll get more blessing than the people in that tariqah practicing that weird, because the secret of their weird is in his hand. Actual facts. So I ask people this Salatul Fati to practice. And it's the secret of the Tijani Tariqah. We have this Salatul Fati in our weird. But the secret of Salatul Fati is in the hand of the Tijani Tariqah. And Sheikh Ahmad Bamba give us a secret of Salatul Fati that Tijanis don't have. I done had 3 Tijanis, and I hope you're watching this. 3 people from Nigeria seen my videos, send me emails asking me, give me the secret of Salatul Fati, and they in Nigeria. 3 different people. I only gave it to one of them. The other one I said, you in Tijani? Ask your sheikh to give it to you. I'm not giving it to you. This email came this week. Guy in TJ, I don't stop for like he might be watching it. But you know I told your monkey ass to ask your sheikh to give it to you. I'm not your sheikh. I'm not giving it to you. He think he just gonna send me an email. I'm gonna give him a secret from Cheikh Ahmad Bamba. Because, oh brother, assalamu alaikum. My name is so-and-so. I'm in Tijani. I'm from Nigeria. When you give me this, man, if you Tijani, don't ask me, ask your sheikh.
Right. Get it from the source.
This is shake and bake, not shake and fake. Astaghfirullah. But we have a secret for Salatul Fati from Sheikh Ahmad Bamba that Tijanis ain't even got. The Tijani people be asking me, give it to them. I only gave it to 2 people. I gave it to my friend. He's a Tijani in Italy named Muhammad. He got it. And they gave it to one guy in Nigeria. I don't even know him. He was just nice in his email, so I gave it to him. Astaghfirullah azim wa atubu ilayh. It's not good for a sheikh to talk about himself. But sometimes you have to let people know you got something. And I'm not playing. If I told you how many times I've seen Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam, you would faint. If I told you how many times I saw the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam because of what Sheikh Ahmad Bamba gave me, the other sheikhs would be jealous. Some people see the Prophet once. Some people see the Prophet twice. Some people see the Prophet 3 times. I done seen him. Alayhi salam. I don't want to say. It was more than 3. It was more than 5. Some of the biggest masters only seen him once and was happy. Some people ain't never seen him. But when you with Sheikh Ahmad Bamba, he make it easy. Sheikh Obama got a prayer for the Prophet Muhammad. They gave it to me when I was in Senegal. A Sufi master from Mauritania. He was a descendant of Prophet Muhammad. He gave me a secret from Sheikh Obama. Sheikh Obama so powerful. You only got to say it one time, Prophet Muhammad coming in your dream. I said the prayer one time, went to sleep, Muhammad came. Immediately. From one. No more drugs, Sheikh Sufi. No more drugs. No more drugs. This is a drug, man. I'm addicted. I want to ask Allah for forgiveness. I should not tell about my own personal experiences. But it's good to know who you're sitting with. It's good for the people who are watching to know that this guy wearing all white might have some blessing from Allah. And if you come and see him, you might have some blessing from Allah. Sufism is like good oil, man. Look. Sufism is like good oil. If I put this oil on my hands, right? I got this oil in my hand. Majmu is my favorite oil. I put this oil on my hand. If I shake Sister Rosie's hand, what happened?
She gets the same.
Great.
She got the fragrance. She got the oil on her now. That's how Sufism is. Sufism is like a scent. It's a fragrance. You have to get it from somebody who already got it on them. Sufism is like a fragrance. It's like a good oil. If you go around somebody who has been illuminated, that light will illuminate you just from being in their presence. My Sheikh Serene Sayu was so high. Ah! Him. My Sheikh Serene Sayu was so high. All you had to do was see him. Anybody who saw him, it's impossible for them to go to hell. Not take bayat. If you just seen him, if you see his picture, you ain't going to hell. That's how high he was. It was a man who came, it was a Sufi master from Mauritania, came to see Serene Saudi. The man was a sheikh. He came to see Serene Saudi. He says, Sheikh, I need you to pray for me. I'm scared of something. Serene Saudi said, what's that? He said, Sheikh, I'm scared that when I die, I'll go to hell. Serene Saudi looked at the man and said, what? I'm scared that when I die, I'll go to hell. Can you pray for me so that when I die, I don't go to hell? Serene Saudi told the man, can you ask me to pray for something else? Serene Saudi said, I'm ashamed for anybody to see me and go to hell. Basically saying, if you see me, you're not going to hell. Right. Then Serene Saudi said something unbelievable. Serene Saudi said, I'm ashamed if anybody on planet Earth go to hell while I'm on Earth. Oh my God. Who got the right to say that? He said, I'm ashamed if somebody go to hell while I'm on Earth. Like he's taking care of all of humanity. This is not an average master. Astaghfirullah, I talk too much. We're going to close this without Fatiha because it's time to go. What time is it anyway?
12:19.
Midnight is what?
12:19. Man, it's the latest we stayed.
12:19. Man, if you're anywhere in this area, New Jersey, Connecticut, Delaware, Philadelphia, you need to come to this bookstore on a Friday night and join this circle. Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. Ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Ameen. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. Ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Ameen. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. Ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Ameen. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. Ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Ameen. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-Tabatuna delivered to put. Hamdan Rabbin Gafiri Lambina Kabili Tobina Liluk Vihibana Thumma Salatan Masalamin Mustadin Alal Wasilati Shafina Al Karim Muhammadin wa Ali wa Sahaba Magufir Dhanbulidi Naba Hada wa Inu Yomaka Nadim tu Min Kuli Mazanatu Mugafaltu Idda Adlu Umuri Figari Ta'ati Dil Jalali Muhlokari Wasitu lil hawawali shaitani, wanafsi wakaki yasiranjani, fakultu tuiba mila tawani, ubtadiqiyan gufrana dil gufrani, ya Rabbana, ya Rabbana, ya Rabbana, ya Rabbana, ya Rabbana, akbal tawbana, ya Rabbana, ya Rabbana, ya Rabbana, ya Rabbana, ya Rabbana, akbal tawbana, bijahi keri kuli kakin ahmada, alayhi salitu masalim sarmada, wafirli ma takadu bil janani, wafirli ma nataktu bil lasani, wafirli ma stu bil yahdaini, wafirli ma mashitu bi rajlaini, wafirli ma nastatu bil ainaini, wafirli ma stu bil uznaini, wafirli ma katu bil bani wama, wafarji kadasaitu ya rabbasama, wafirli ma kadamtuhu bi fadlika, wafirli ma akartuhu bi mannika, wafir bi judika lima asrartu, wafir bi lutfika lima ahlantu, wafir lima alimtu ya dhal karami, min adinayati mahlam ahlami, wafir lima mini alimtu wahdaka, fi amnina fi kataibi afwika, wa atinina sanatan fi dunya, wa fi gadin yasalan lisahya, wa la tulaki lidaka da'ifa, bidufi yazamda da'ifa, wafir lahu wafir li walidehi, wafir li kulli man numihi lehi, wafir li shakihi wa shakihi, wa shaki dhaka shaki thumma shakihi, wa li jamil muslimina tura, wa muslimati lilu majora, wa saliyan ma salamin kakafa, ala shafi shafa al-Mustafa, wal ali wal ashabi ahl al-awbi, man ala taibun kabula tawbi, wal ali wal ashabi ahl al-awbi, man ala taibun kabula tawbi, wal ali wal ashabi ahl al-awbi, man ala taibu kabula tawbi. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati ma yasifun, wa salamun alal mursalin, walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Salatu al-Fatiha. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lima uglika wal katimi lima sabaka nasirul haqi bil haqi wal hadi ila siratika mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wal miqdarihi al-azim. Baki Sirin Sayu, Baki Sirin Sayu, Baki Sirin Sayu, Barke Salim Sayu, Barke Salim Sayu, Barke Salim Sayu, Barke Salim Sayu. Ameen. Astaghfirullah, Allah. The last prayer I read was a qaside for forgiveness. That prayer is so powerful. The Cheikh says, anywhere you read it, it forgives all the sins for anybody within a mile radius of wherever you read it. Purifying the whole area with one prayer.
Wow.
Yeah. May Allah give us all the guidance. And may that guy, Cheikh Sufi, stop all that cursing. Damn it.
I mean.